This episode is brought to you by Four-Way Stops. Please learn how to use them.
And also brought to you by dogs. Real Hello!
Hello!
What's happening?
The sun is shining!
Oh, it's so nice. It's so nice.
I know.
It's still kind of chilly sometimes. Mm-hmm. We're getting there, though. Finally.
I left my house in a tank top today, and I was like, oops.
Yeah, put on a coat, young lady. I've seen so many people over the course of this winter, and it was a winter here in Victoria,
Yeah.
wearing shorts and short-sleeve shirts. I'm looking at them going, you look like a tourist. You look like me 9 years ago when I moved here.
Yeah.
Flip-flops in February.
Yep.
Because it was so nice. It was 19 degrees here, and it was minus 38 in Red Deer, Alberta when I left. It's like, fuck that noise. Not having it. So what do you think of Final Space so far?
I'm liking it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Katie had never seen Final Space, the animated show on Netflix, and it's fantastic. I love the show. The main character is just so goofy.
I'm going to watch it when I get home.
And Mooncake's funny. Chocolate pop. Chocolate. Just doesn't speak, but you're like, I know what he's trying to say. So you just get right into this piece of shit?
Yeah.
So before we did this, or on the end of the last episode, I actually forgot what we did. And I'm like, what did we watch again? Ha. The movie's called Unforgettable. It's very, very forgettable. Mm-hmm. This movie sucked. So it was on Netflix. And the IMDb score was a 5.1 out of 10.
What?
Which I thought was a little high. And then looking at Rotten Tomatoes, this is more on the nose. 27% from the critics and 33% from the viewers.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Sounds about right. Because that's some big names in it. What had Katherine Heigl.
And Rosario
Dawson. Rosario Dawson, that's coming off like Sin City and Clerks 2. And like she's awesome. She's been in a bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
And she's always, like, I think she was great. She was great in this movie. Mm-hmm. That was the thing. I didn't mind her acting, and I liked Katherine Heigl was a supreme bitch.
Yeah.
So she played it well.
Yeah.
But it's just, I don't know. I called this a throwback 80s movie storyline because this is the kind of shit they made in the 80s and 90s where, like, the thrillers where it was, husband and wife divorce, husband gets a new girlfriend, and then the ex-wife's like, oh my God, I'm so happy for you. Dun, 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 dun. And she's going to terrorize you.
Yeah, what's that Fatal Attraction? It was like, yeah.
Yeah, stuff like
or
that.
Or like
this is
Single
kind of
White Female.
Oh, that movie. I only remember the one line when she's crawling in bed with him and he's like, Allie? And she's like, oh, I'm not Allie. I'm like, it's creepy. What was her name? Jennifer Jason Leigh. She was great in The Hateful Eight.
She was in The Hateful Eight?
She was the one who kept getting smacked around by Kurt Russell.
Oh.
I'm pretty sure that was Jennifer Jason Leigh.
Okay.
She was so good in that. It was great. Oh, yeah, Ridiculous 6. That's what we got to do.
Yeah.
It's on the docket for
list.
next time. Yeah, so I thought this was a pretty crazy storyline. It wasn't even that good, though. And then what did I say? I can't get away with shit these days. It's like because they weren't right. Yeah, I love this. Throwback 80s movie storyline. She's going to ruin his life because they weren't right for each other. That's the dumb thing. It's like, just let it go. You're getting divorced for a reason. Mm-hmm. Why can't people see that? Why do people want to force stuff?
I know.
Yeah, she could have just been like, no, you're right. Go be happy.
Yeah.
Because even at one point, her mom's like, you need to find a new David. Like,
yeah.
Move on, bitch. But we don't know how long it's been. I don't think they tell us how long it's been.
No, I don't think so.
No, there's no like, oh, this is going to be this at this point in time. Oh, actually, it's been 6 months. It's been 6 months. Because, start off. All right, next I wrote down, flashback movie. Because here it is, like, we're in this interrogation room that's like 6 months ago. I'm like, oh, fuck off.
Yeah, so Rosario Dawson's character is beat up and being interrogated about her abusive ex's death. And then flash forward 6 months earlier, and I've already guessed the plot. I wrote it down. Heigl's character is going to be a vengeful ex and frame Rosario Dawson for murder to get her out of their lives.
You nailed it.
Yeah.
Nailed it.
Nailed
You're
it.
done. You're out of time.
Yeah, and then I wrote Tessa, Katherine Heigl's character, looks immediately like a bitch. Immediate stink eye.
Yeah, but Heigl is so serious. I
Yeah.
didn't realize her name was Tessa at that point.
And then she's also a perfectionist.
Yeah. Oh, God. Can you imagine having a parent like that? Like, now you're perfect. Just like me.
Mommy.
Shut up.
And they're always wearing white.
I can't keep white clean to save my life.
No!
It always seems that whenever I do eat white, whenever I wear white, I always end up eating something like spaghetti.
Yep.
And I eat pasta like twice a year, but I'm going to wear a fucking nice white shirt today. And someone says, let's go for dinner. Let's go to a pasta place. God damn it.
Fuck!
Give me a bib. I cannot keep, I don't know how many shirts I've ruined.
Yep.
Just from eating fucking pasta sauce.
For me, it's wine. I always.
Excuse me. Jesus. I don't know. My fucking family was just laughing at me at Christmas time because I'd burp. My mom would be like, what is wrong with you? And my sister couldn't stop laughing. She's like, here it comes again.
Oh. Oh my God.
Why? I'm so sorry. Everyone. I find burps funny though. I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
I love David in The Hangover.
David.
Or not the Hangover. The breakup. Wrote it down wrong. He was in The Breakup with Vince Vaughn and
Was he?
And Jennifer Aniston. He was the guy that was dating Jennifer Aniston. He kind of looked like Tom Brady a little bit. He comes in and Vince Vaughn's playing football.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, you can just hang out with him. I'll just be a few minutes. And she takes like 15, 20 minutes getting ready. And then when they come out, she's like, are you ready to go? And he's like, oh, babe, we just finished this game. Like, we're right into it now. And then they sit there and they play Madden for the next half hour. And then they leave. Oh. And then he just talks about how much he loves Vince Vaughn. And then she's like, yeah, this isn't going to work. She just looks at me and goes, hey, can you give him my phone number? He's like, get out of here. So that's like the first thing I thought was like, hey, dude's from The Breakup. He's so good.
Interesting.
He was all right in this movie.
He was unimportant to the story most of the time.
Pretty much. And you know what? And I take back what I said. He was a fucking dummy in this movie because a lot of times he was just believing everything that he saw. Like, she must have pushed her down the stairs.
Oh my God.
Yeah, getting ahead of ourselves.
Yeah.
Because so you see, and man, I was a stepchild. I know how awkward the situation can be, but you can warm up to people pretty well.
Yeah.
And the other parent, if they're trying to influence you, you're like, no, I don't really believe you.
Yeah.
This person's treating me pretty well. You need to shut up. But they're having dinner, and the kid's just pushing her food around because she's like, oh, you stay for dinner.
Yeah, that was admirable of Julia.
Yeah. But the little shit kid should have been eating that food. It looked good.
Yeah.
Like, I'll make you some KD.
Like
I'll make you some Lipton chicken noodle soup.
Do you have anything organic?
Oh, shut up. Yeah. I hate when she said that. I was like, I just kick her out right there. Just get out. Just go.
Get out of my house.
Just leave, you dumb broad.
And then there's a scene that is made important because we see it where Julia goes into a store and sees this white dress and tries it on. And then the next scene at the dinner party, Tessa's wearing the dress.
Oh, yeah, because that text says that same dress.
Yeah.
I didn't really pick up on that at all. I was like, what? Why is she saying that? That same dress? Oh, my God.
Oh, my God.
Tessa's a bitch.
Fucking bitch.
Did you ever get so then there's a scene.
She stole her phone.
Well, we find out that, Tessa is telling the daughter, like, don't you worry. Oh. In no time, you'll be back with me.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I got that Frere Jacques song when I was a kid.
Yeah.
I did. So I was like, whoa, I remember that. Frere Jacques.
Wait.
Alouette, gentil, alouette, alouette, gentil plumerie. I don't remember the rest. Those aren't words. Oui, oui.
Oui, oui. Omelette du fromage.
Oh, so then she's in her house. She's walking around going, David, do you figure if you yell twice?
And
there's nobody home.
Yeah.
But she continues to just go, David. And then she sees somebody outside the window and just,
yeah.
Like, what the fuck? Relax. You're in your own house.
Yeah.
There's somebody out. Yeah, okay, you see a shadowy figure. Don't scream.
True, but
give yourself away.
Then that note she got, or that letter said her restraining order against her ex was expired.
Did she see him then? Is that what it was? Did she see him and not David out the window? Like, I couldn't really tell. It looked kind of like the dude.
Yeah, it showed her imagining that it was him, but it was David.
And she just screams. I'm like, come on. And then he walks in. He's like, what's up?
Why? And this is a huge plot point throughout the whole story, is the fact that David has no idea what happened with Julia. You're marrying this guy. Why? And he has a daughter. It's a safety thing. Why would you not tell him about your abusive ex who you have a restraining order against?
This is like a love wedding marriage type thing.
Oh God. Yeah.
Well, it wasn't really important. This guy could come into our house and kill our family.
Yeah.
It's kind of important.
Like how could you not tell your future husband about something big in your life?
It just comes back to what I was saying earlier, that people just don't want to be upfront with anybody and be honest with people. It's like, fucking do it.
I know.
Because it does work. I've seen it work.
Yeah. So.
Oh, God. Why the running and packing montage or unpacking montage? This was like the next scene. She's running, she's jogging.
Yeah.
I can't stand girls running. They just look so goofy. And then she's like unpacking the house too, or moving in or something.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting there thinking and the music was awful. It was like some weird R&B song. And I wrote, why didn't you just make it a scene of her unpacking and then show her going for a run? One scene after the other, not this cut between. It was so unnecessary.
Yeah.
It was unnecessary. And it made no sense. Like, okay, you're not building tension with this. You're not showing us anything. You're not revealing anything. You're just showing her unpacking and running.
And then...
And her running never came back in the movie, did it?
Nope.
Like, it never showed, like, she runs for a reason. She's got to run away from someone.
No.
She's just going for a jog.
Shot. So then Tessa stole Julia's phone and then is background checking her at backgroundprobe.com.
That gives you all information on everyone. Age, date of birth, what else you got? Another address. She figured out her password by
her birthday. Why is your phone password your birthday?
My password is nothing that anyone would ever guess.
No,
ever.
me either.
Like it's good luck.
Yeah.
Have fun trying that. But that was dumb. I'm like, wow. Her like third try too.
Yeah.
Unlocks it. I'm like, wow. Okay.
And Julia is an abuse survivor. And her shit's easy to hack into.
Yeah, that was a bit odd. I've never tried to do a background check on someone. I've, creeped people on Facebook and Instagram, but I've never actually been like, oh, find out some information about this person. No. So I don't know how hard or easy it is. I think it would be a little more difficult than that. Like you'd have to go
100%.
through police to do it, to get that information. And she just sits there with a glass of wine, figuring out every detail of her life.
And
She's fucking crazy though.
And then also, you see that Julia has an iPhone. Have you ever heard of
Find My iPhone?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, this movie would have been done before the half-hour mark because she would have been like, why, you have my phone?
Yeah.
Give me my phone back. I'm reporting you. I'm going to get a restraining order against you, and you will never see your daughter again.
Yeah. Nut bar?
I put, so Tessa and, what's his face, Dave, are talking at one point, and she's right in his bubble.
Yeah, he needs to put her in check, and he doesn't.
Back off, bitch. You're a little too close. So that's why it's hard to believe that he's really 100% over her.
Yeah, even though he
right
left her. Like, I would not let anyone get that close to me.
No.
Like...
Oh, Tessa's mother.
Yeah, she's a crotchety bitch, too.
What a bitch. Ugh. I just really wanted to fucking just slap her.
Yeah.
It's like I find that pretentious attitude. It still exists out there. There's still people like, I'm so much better than you. Yeah. Shut up. We're all the same. We all shit brown, sometimes green.
How is Tessa so rich? She's buying her daughter Lily a horse, a new pony.
Yeah, we don't find out what she does.
No. And she doesn't work because she said to her mom, I could get a job. I have a degree.
That's right. And then her mom goes, oh, your degree.
Yeah.
I'm like, wow.
And how much? And she's not getting, she's getting child support probably, but not alimony because he divorced her because she cheated.
Was there a comment in there somewhere where it said she was burning through her ex's? No. Oh, wait, no. That was somebody at comedy night last night. Burning through grandpa's fucking leftover money. That's what it was. Yeah, I'm way off. My life is getting all mixed up right now.
And then it's also revealed when Tessa and her mom are talking that their daughter was born and had because she was living, breathing, perfect glue to keep Tessa and David together. And then Tessa ruined it by having an affair.
Oh, my God. It's just so fucking overcomplicated, this story.
Yeah.
With no explanation to a large majority of points.
Yeah.
I love this. Now, I think this kid is simple because the mom says, oh, how do you like hanging out with Julia? She has long brown hair.
Yeah.
Like, okay, yeah, I noticed that. How do you like her, though? She has eyes and ears. she has hands, too. Cool. The fuck? You're not answering my question, kid. What is she, like 6?
Yeah, something like that.
Simple. I think she's simple.
Simple, like Simple Jack.
Fucking stupid. Simple Jack. I got a good brain.
Okay, so if your restraining order is expired and your phone goes missing and then you start getting silent calls from an unknown number, how do you not think, I should report this? I should bring this to the attention of authorities.
Yeah.
Like...
No thought to that at all.
No.
And you know how many phone calls I get from unknown numbers and numbers that I'm just looking at and I see like +1 888
Yeah, and I'm like,
4539. I'm like, nope.
Yeah.
And it goes to voicemail and it's like, you have won this. You just enter this.
Yeah.
This is the Canada Revenue Agency. Blah, 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 blah. Everybody's getting those ones.
Yeah.
But just pick up the phone and put it down. And I put holy loud phone.
Yeah.
Like the ringer. Like who has a landline these days anyway?
I know.
I haven't seen a landline.
In ages.
Yeah, I think my aunt and uncle might have one because I remember the phone rang once and I was like, what is that? What is that? Rotary ringer.
It doesn't even, like, I'm looking around your place right now and it doesn't even look like you have a landline thing.
Behind the couch.
Oh.
And in the kitchen. Because I had to, for a buzzer, you have to have a phone. But the one in the kitchen doesn't work, which sucks. Then I have to keep it over here. So I just don't have a buzzer. I should probably plug it back in and see if it works.
Yeah.
Because I don't think it works. And I've had people show up and go, well, I'm trying to buzz you. But I'm like, well, just come through the patio. That's what I tell people. I'm on the ground floor, folks.
And then his house, like you said, his house is getting calls. So report it.
Yeah, just get like, star 69 that shit. Landline, you used to be able to do that and be like, the last number that called your phone was, I got you, bitch. Was that Tessa in the house stealing shit?
Well,
because her hands look pretty fucking big in those gloves.
No, and then right after she's in the house stealing shit, Tessa pulls up in her car.
That's right, because she saw a man. Oh, yeah, because she saw a man leaving.
Yeah.
What? So she goes, I'm not interrupting anything, am I?
Yeah.
I saw a man leaving just now. And Julia doesn't go, huh?
Yeah.
What man?
Well, because there are flowers delivered on her front doorstep.
Oh, that's right. So then that person dropped flowers off, went inside, stole shit, but it had to have been Tessa because she ends up with the underwear
and the ring
and the watch.
Yeah.
All 3 of those. And she knows about it. She mails that to what's his face? To
Michael.
Michael.
Yeah.
So right there, I'm like, okay, that's a continuity error because
I know.
Like, fuck. The hands look too big in the gloves to be her. And then she pulls up. I'm like, that doesn't make any sense.
So the fact that Tessa is making, like, in her backgroundprobe.com, she searches Julia's ex and it pops up like DUI, domestic violence, this and that. And Tessa is like so unhinged that she still makes a fake Facebook profile and lures this guy.
She's crazy.
That is
psycho.
Fucked up.
Sociopathic.
Yeah, it is sociopathic.
Psychopathic. It's one of those two.
Well, no, it's sociopathic because on the outside she portrays herself being normal and
righteous
and
virtuous,
empathic.
Yeah. So fake.
Yeah. So fake. And then I said Rosario Dawson is so beautiful. Oh my god.
No, fuck. I wrote Rosario Dawson is hot! ! Right after that is Tessa stealing shit from the house.
Yeah.
So that was when she was towelless. And you got a little side boob and you got some butt. Yeah. Next scene, it's like 40 minutes in. I wrote, was Rosario Dawson talking to her mom? I was eating chips. I couldn't hear.
No, I think she was talking to her friend Allie.
Oh, that's who that was. Okay, that makes sense now because then we finally see who Allie was. Because I remember seeing the name on the phone. 47 minutes. This is totally forgettable. I hate it. This is so boring. Because it was. It was a boring fucking movie. I kept hitting the button on my controller just to see how much time I had left.
Yep.
Fuck, another hour.
And then there's so many plot holes. Like, how can there be no proof that it's Tessa doing this online? You can track IP addresses, and Tessa's fingerprints are all over the stuff of Julia's she sent to Michael.
Yeah, would have been an easy fucking catch.
Yeah.
Like, oh, the message is coming from here. And she said, I don't have Facebook. And they can, say it was created on this computer. Like, it's just, that's why I wrote, the second line I wrote on this whole note that I was making was, you can't get away with shit these days.
No.
Like, you couldn't. You can't really impersonate someone or make fake profiles and do that, because they'll just be like, man, if I really want to find out, I'm going to find out.
Yeah.
And I know it's you.
Yeah.
It's just, it's a stretch. Like, we really had to stretch to believe this movie. And, of course, I didn't believe it because it's dumb.
And then, so Lily and Rosario Dawson's character are at the flea market, and
there's fleas on that blanket?
and Lily goes missing.
Oh, God.
And then apparently Tessa finds her and says her daughter was in the parking lot talking to a strange man to scare Julia, but also, to piss off the dad.
And it worked.
And then at that point I wrote, why wouldn't Julia tell her fiance about her past? Like, especially after this happened. And then that control scenario on the horse with Julia. With Julia and Tessa.
One remark I didn't make earlier. Of course she rides English.
Yeah.
Because people that ride English are a little bit stuck up. Like, I'm an English rider, don't ride Western. Western is dirty. Let us jump. I might come from a horse background, so I've met some English riders. Some of them are nice. Some of them are a little bit.
But some of them.
Look down my nose, Jewel. But it also did say, because they were talking about, they were at a party, I think, and Tessa and Julia were talking about why they split up, like why her and David split up. And she was like, we just didn't, like, oh, you guys talk? We didn't talk like that. Or no, you guys talk and laugh. And she goes, you didn't talk and laugh? She goes, no, not really. It was more of a sexual thing.
Yeah.
And all we did was just have crazy sex, like all the time. And I'm like, there was just so visceral. I'm like, you fucking lying bitch.
Yeah.
Just trying to piss her off. And I'm like, she's going to fucking ask.
Right.
And David's going to go, no, she's full of shit.
But
she never
doesn't
does.
ask.
She never asks. Why wouldn't she be like, so is this why you guys split up? Or is this why you guys we're together? You'd be like, no, it's dumb. Like, because she doesn't know, because Tessa has no personality.
I know.
So really, like, that goes back. This guy's immature because he should have been like, well, I'm not really going to marry her because we have good sex.
Yeah.
I've had relationships like that before where it's good sex, but nothing else. You're like, yeah, what are we doing?
Well, no, it's revealed that he was going to leave Tessa, and then she got pregnant. So then he married her.
That's right. Because that's what you do. You marry people when your relationship's going to shit.
Yeah.
Let's have a baby. Let's get married.
So then they
So that stupid fucking kid should have stayed close too.
Yeah.
At that flea market.
Yeah.
Like, just stick around. And this is the thing. You're not going to wander into a parking lot. When I was a kid and I went to the fair, if I got lost or somebody, I'd be like, well, shit. I'm not going to the parking lot. I'm just going to keep wandering around the rides and the people.
Yeah.
Till somebody sees me. You don't just wander off into a parking lot.
No.
So that right there, like, the dad should have been like, did you actually just wander into the parking lot, kid, or were you lured?
Yeah.
Like, tell me the truth. But this dad just believes everything.
I know. He's so dumb. And then they go to a dinner, and...
Oh, wait. Did we skip over the riding scene? You mentioned it. The riding control scene.
Oh, God,
Because the grandma. What a cunt. This better be good. I drove a long way for this. I'm like, wow.
Yeah.
Fuck you, granny. And she tries to sell her, like, Julia comes up and goes, you know what? I don't think she wants to, because the kid's like, I'm scared. She's like, she's safer up there than she is with you. I'm like, yeah, she's safer on a 2,000-pound animal that she's terrified of than with this woman who's going to be marrying your ex-husband who treats your daughter pretty well.
Yeah.
Fuck you, Tessa. Ugh.
I know.
It's like, just absolute cuntiness.
Fuck you.
The whole family tree is just rotten.
Yeah.
I drove a long way for this. Ugh. Oh, yeah, then they had a sex scene. Oh, yeah, okay, then we get to the dinner.
Yeah.
Get to the dinner.
And they're sitting so far apart at the dinner.
That was odd.
Yeah.
I don't know who set up the seating plan.
Yeah, and why you would set up that seating chart.
Yep. Let's just put you next to your ex. You guys will be fine. You don't have anything in common anymore.
No, it wasn't Tessa that was there. It was just another, like, blonde woman who she was imagining as Tessa.
I thought so.
Yeah.
Okay, that really threw me off because I saw him talking to her and I was like, oh, it kind of looks like Tessa. Mm-hmm. And the next shot, it is Tessa. And I'm like, why is Tessa at that dinner?
Yeah.
Okay. And I thought she was.
No, it was just a lookalike. And then Julia was like,
I better get him
fuck
now.
no. Yeah. And then they had that steamy ass sex scene. And I said, ooh, I love me some equal representation of oral.
It was pretty tastefully done.
Yeah.
But then they look like they hated each other after.
Yeah.
I'm like, why are you looking so full of shame?
That's what I said. I was like, why do neither David or Julia look happy after that?
They're married. They're just like, oh my God, I can't believe we did that.
I'd be like high-fiving Brandon. Yeah. I'd be like, hell
be smiling, fucking like, ooh, that was good. At least like give each other a little peck on the cheek after. Like, that was fun.
I'd walk out of that bathroom with a shit-eating grin on my face.
Yeah, like, they look like, oh my God. They look like they just cheated on their spouses.
Yeah.
It's fucking stupid.
Yeah. And then,
then they fight in the house on the stairs. She brings the kid over.
First, before that, the kid is with Tessa at her house, and Tessa's like, Julia keeps sending you home with matted hair. So as a punishment, she chops off her daughter's hair.
Oh, that's what she did.
Yeah.
I still looked away at that scene. So she's like, this is what you do? And I'm like, what? She needs to learn. I'm like,
so abusive.
Yeah, that Tessa is crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy.
But and then that's why they have a fight on the stairs.
Oh, that pissed me off so much.
Yeah.
Like, okay, David, you've been dating Julia, let's say, for a year.
Yeah.
A year. You're going to marry her. You love her. You're doing that for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
You come home, and your crazy ex-wife is now laying on the ground at the bottom of the stairs, and you just assume, oh my God, this woman I love just pushed my ex down the stairs. I can't believe you did that.
Yeah.
You crazy bitch. I'm like, wow, bud. Give her the benefit of the doubt. Mm-hmm. But it's right to, I can't believe you did that to my ex.
I know.
What a,
I wrote that too.
So I'm like, stupidly unbelievable.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what was a big issue I had with that. Like, come on, bud.
And then Julia gets an email of an old photo of her and Michael from Michael. And I said, why don't you report that to the police?
And tell Dave at the same time.
Yeah.
Like right away. Just be like, that's the first thing you say.
And then I also said, why? Because they live in a mansion, Julia and David.
It's a big-ass house.
Yeah. Why don't I install cameras, especially with my background in being an abuse survivor and now having someone who doesn't have a restraining order anymore? 100% I would get cameras around that place.
And a security system.
Yeah.
Anything.
Like.
There's no thought to that. And then there's one scene that's like an hour and 11 minutes in. Mm-hmm. Julia and Dave are like, we got to talk about some stuff. But let's talk later.
Yeah.
Why don't they just talk right now?
I know.
Like fuck off. Just talk. If it's so important that it's like ripping you apart, why wait another hour? Just go listen. We got time now. Let's just hash this out.
Just do it. Just do
it. Make your dreams come true.
Yesterday, you said tomorrow.
Yesterday, you said tomorrow. So just do it. Where is Shia LaBeouf now?
I don't know.
What has he been doing?
Nothing.
He's just doing it. Just doing it. Remember when he sat in the theater and watched movies of himself for like the whole day? I would have hopped in there and watched a movie with him. Like, dude, what's up?
Okay.
Again, sorry, I put it in brackets. Once again, after an hour and 11 minutes, this movie is so uninteresting.
Yep.
It's so fucking boring.
Yeah. And then Julia and David are talking, and when Julia said, I was talking to Tessa, and she said that you and her were in counseling trying to get back together before you met me. And David says, no, never. We never tried to get back together. Why would they not all of a sudden realize, she's a liar?
Yeah, she's a liar and she's crazy.
Yeah.
But that's the whole unbelievability of David's character. He's like, well, I don't know. I think you're making all this up, dear.
So then Julia's at home, and she hears a noise, and she goes downstairs, and the back door is open. And all of a sudden, Michael, her abusive ex, who has been lured there by Tessa pretending to be her, is in her house. And he thinks that
hey, what's up?
He's been invited there. And they have an altercation, and he starts attacking Julia, and she stabs him in the leg and runs.
Yeah.
And then Tessa comes in, and she's like, you've played this very poorly. And then kills him.
Yeah.
And
but at no point did Michael go, hey, you messaged me.
Yeah.
Like, he should have started with that. Like, hey, I got your messages. Yeah. And I'm ready. And she could have went, whoa. I haven't messaged you shit. And then maybe he could go, wait, what do you mean? Well, I'm not on Facebook. And I'm like, okay, maybe something's up then. Yeah. Like, they could have started with, hey, you messaged me. Rather than just being like, brr. Yeah, he never says that at all. Like, dude, why wouldn't you say that to try and help your situation? Yeah. Well, just assume. Because, I don't know. Yeah. But yeah, then she stabs him. Again, this is one of my big problems with movies. He didn't try to defend himself. I know. Like, come on, bud. You got to be a little quicker on the draw. She has a knife in her hand. Don't just keep your hands on your fucking leg. Yeah. Reach up to block her. Because he could have overpowered her. She's weak. Yeah. She doesn't look very strong. She's Katherine Heigl. She's like fucking 120 pounds. He could have just been like, and stabbed her back. And it would have been done. And then, or at least injured her or something. Yeah. So she could have confessed. Yeah. Tell us the truth.
But no,
bitch.
She just stabs him in the chest. And then she has blood on her shirt. So I was like, okay, where is that? Oh. Because Julia, is saying it wasn't me, blah, blah, blah.
It wasn't me.
So I stabbed him on the
But I stabbed him in the shoulder.
It wasn't me.
Then I stabbed him in the thigh.
It wasn't me.
Then I slit his fucking throat. Yeah. Wasn't me.
Picture this.
Then I threw him off a boat. Yeah. Sorry.
Picture this. We were on the kitchen.
Stabbing with a fucking knife. Okay.
So why is the cop acting like it's not at all? Because eventually the story catches up with what we're shown in the very beginning of the interrogation.
Yes, yeah, now it's like 6 months later.
Yeah. Why does the cop act like it's not at all possible that Tessa is behind this? Because her and Allie are like, do a background check on Tessa, and it's revealed that when she was a kid, she set fire.
She tried to burn her parents' house with her parents in it.
Yeah.
And then the parents weren't there. I'm like, she still tried to kill her parents. Yeah. And they were going to put her in a fucking mental institution.
And then her mom was like, no.
She's fine. Yeah. She's fine.
So why is the cop acting like this isn't possible? Because if Allie and Julia found these records, police should be able to find these records. Mm-hmm. And
nobody's looked into it at all.
No. And her and David are rich. They can afford a lawyer to look into this because defense lawyers, their whole job isn't to prove that the defendant is innocent. Their whole job is to prove reasonable doubt. Mm-hmm. So already there's a lot of reasonable doubt there.
Oh, yeah.
And then in all caps, I wrote, why isn't this being looked into? Why would the domestic violence victim who got a restraining order suddenly interact with him and invite him to the place where she is with her, living with her fiance? Like, why?
Like, nobody's siding with her at all. They're like, well, she must be crazy.
I know. And then the cops show David the files because David comes and sees Julia in the police station and he's like, I'm really sorry, I love you, like, we'll figure this out. And then the police officer shows David the evidence and the messages between Julia supposedly and Michael, and then all of a sudden David's like, oh my god, like, nope, I don't believe her anymore, and goes to get his daughter from Tessa's, and then we see Tessa burning like her bloody shirt and the gloves.
That's what that was. I couldn't figure out what that was. I was like, what's she burning? And he's like, holy shit.
Yeah, and then David like sees it, and I'm like, oh my god, finally. And then David is even stupider, and he's like,
turns away.
And he's like, holy shit, it's you. And then turns away from her. At that point, you already know she's capable of murder.
Yep.
Like.
Yep. And he's just like, well, better turn my back on you, you crazy bitch. Ah! There was one point. Hold on. I think there's one thing I meant to say. Tessa's taking photos outside of Julia's house.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, why would you even put yourself in that situation where you could be seen?
Yeah.
Like, that's just dumb. And those photos don't come back for any reason at all. So she's taking pictures for nothing. But I will say, I hated Tessa. So Katherine Heigl did a great job of playing that total crazy bitch character.
It's true.
But yeah, the plot holes are just fucking stupid. Oh, and then I wrote that the cop wouldn't have shown Julia's file to Dave.
No.
Because that's like a breach of confidentiality. He couldn't just be like, oh, hey, by the way, is your future wife's fucking background check.
Yeah.
Just thought you'd know. And he's like, what the fuck? She's been lying to me. I'm like, no, he wouldn't have done that.
Yeah.
And then at this point, I wrote, there's 18 minutes left. Yeah. It's almost done.
Yeah. So then David's knocked out. Julia arrives at Tessa's house and the door's open. I don't know why. Why would it be open? But anyway.
People don't close doors in this movie.
She sneaks in, grabs the daughter, Lily, puts her in the car, and then sneaks back to call the cops. And she dials 911, and then Tessa rips the phone out of the thing. And I'm like, okay, well, 100% the cops are coming.
Yeah, you'd hope so.
Like,
but it's cops in movies. They're like, oh, we got a call, but yeah, it's probably fine.
Yeah,
it went dead a little while ago, but it's fine. They're okay.
Yeah, so then Tessa and Julia are fighting, and she's trying to hit her with the fire poker.
And holds her at like poker point for a while. Like,
yeah.
You're nothing. You're never going to be a mother.
Yeah. Like,
fuck you, bitch.
I know. And then when they're fighting, Julia like scratches Tessa's face really fucking hard. And then the second, like the scene right after that, Tessa's face is fine. And I'm like, really? You can't even keep up with that continuity?
I get a kick out of this too. Women fighting in movies don't seem to throw punches until the end. I'm like, punch each other.
Yeah.
Stop. They're just like wrestling with each other. And then she starts choking her. I'm like, start punching her in the face, Rosario. Come on.
Yeah.
She's right there. Just start throwing fucking haymakers at her. So she punches her once and knocks her down, assuming she knocks her out.
Yeah. Nope.
And then she walks away. Oh, yeah. Okay. When she called 911, it's a cordless phone. Why wouldn't she have grabbed it? It maybe wandered away a little ways, then called 911. Instead, she's in the next room. She's like,
I know.
911, there's an emergency.
I know.
Like, shut the fuck up. You're going to give yourself away. Like,
yeah, and she did.
Zero strategy. Zero strategy. Ugh.
Yeah.
I said, like, run upstairs or something. And then I said, stop turning away from her.
Yeah.
She turns away from her and she hits her with that poker and then she holds her down on the ground for a while.
Yeah. And then she knocks Tessa out and she goes to help David. And then Tessa comes at her with a knife. And then they fight more. Julia grabs the knife and is holding it at Tessa. And at this point, Tessa's crazy. She knows Rosario Dawson's character, Julia, called the cops before she yanked the phone out. She knows the cops are coming. If I were Julia and I were holding a knife at a crazy person and they started walking towards me and not stopping, drop the knife. Because now the cops are going to come and it's going to look like you fucking killed her.
I didn't even pick up on that. I just thought I looked at it as assisted suicide because she looked at herself in the mirror and saw how imperfect she was now. Her face was fucked. She went, you ruin everything. She was talking to her daughter. You could tell she was like, you ruin everything. And then she was like, I don't even want to live with this daughter anymore because I hate what you've done to my face. Blah, kill me. That's what I saw it as.
Yeah,
I was like, I didn't think of it as she's trying to frame her because does she get framed in the end? No, because they end up living. They get a dog and stuff.
Yeah, love free.
Yeah, but I said, I guess that solves all their problems.
Yeah.
She just took herself right out of the picture. Everyone's good.
Yeah.
We get to live happily ever after. We get to move on.
And
until grandmother comes.
Yeah, and it says 6 months later. And I was like, oh, bookend this full circle. Now it's been a crazy year.
Oh, first of all, that first 6 months did not seem like 6 months. There was no passage of time at all.
No.
It felt like 4 days.
Yeah.
And then they're like, all of a sudden we're in the interrogation room. I'm like, what? No, that hasn't been 6 months.
Yeah.
The kid hasn't changed at all. The situation hasn't changed at all.
There was no birthday or Christmas or
nothing. No change of season.
Yeah.
So it's just summer for 6 months. I thought, I forgot to mention that earlier. I thought that was really weird.
Mm-hmm. And then I wrote, their dog is so cute.
It's a sweet dog.
He's so cute.
I want a dog.
And then I was anticipating her because it opens up with a scene and she's in bed with Lily and David and the dog. Mm-hmm. I was like, oh, she's pregnant. 100% she's pregnant. Nope. Wasn't pregnant.
Grandmother's coming back.
Yeah.
And as if you'd be like, sure, come on in.
Yeah.
I'd go, no, I have several questions first, you crazy bitch.
Yeah.
First off, why didn't you commit your daughter when she tried to burn you alive?
Yeah.
And she's like, oh, girls will be girls. No, get out of here. We're getting a restraining order on you, too. You're not seeing this child ever again, you crazy psycho.
No.
Because Tessa got it from her.
Yep.
Like it's as if you're going to let that person near that kid.
Yeah, that whole nature versus nurture thing. It's nurture winning out because that's how Tessa was brought up.
Yeah, it's like as if you'd let her just walk in the door. No, Rosario would have been like, hold on. We need to have a chat. Get outside.
Yeah.
So that whole ending of this was just so stupid. Oh, I'm here. I'm here, child.
I'm here now.
This movie sucked. Totally forgettable. I literally woke up. I watched it last night before I went to bed.
Same.
Woke up this morning and went,
What are we talking about today?
What was that movie?
Yeah.
I can't remember what it was. It's forgettable. Oh, it could have been made better with more common sense.
Yep.
You know, common sense would have reigned supreme in this. Like people just going, you know what? No, this isn't adding up. Let's do a little investigating here. Tessa seems a little too crazy. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so it's like this. David believed everything, which just infuriated me. I'm like, dude, stop being so dumb and naive.
Yeah.
Just think about it. Something's not right here. Is it Wednesday today?
Yeah.
It's wing day. That's right.
Wing
I'm getting some wings after this.
Ooh.
Yeah, wings and a beer.
Yum.
I think.
I think.
I think.
I think I'll get a beer.
I'm gonna give this movie 1 fire poker out of 8.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I'll agree with that. Yep.
1 fire poker out of 8.
1 fire poker.
What do we got coming up next time? We were talking about doing that Dracula one.
Dracula Untold.
Dracula Untold. And what was the other one?
Ridiculous 6.
Ridiculous 6. On the next 2 episodes of Real Garbage. Yeah. If you want us to review something, let us know on Facebook at facebook.com/Real Garbage Podcast, I believe. And then realgarbagepodcast@gmail.com. You can find us on Instagram too. We're all over the place.
Yeah.
Let us know what you think. And suggest your movies. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, on that note, I'm going to go enjoy some sun.
Me too.
All right. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Real Garbage.